as farmers, it's like, what do you do? How do you position yourself? I mean, I'm working on this right now. I'm really trying to get my financials in order and getting a long-term plan of where we've got to be to make sure that no matter what happens, we can cope with it. And I think that, just about everybody is sitting around the kitchen table trying to figure out where we're headed. And with that, I thought, well, this would be a great question for our friends at Conterra. And Luke is going to give us a message. And before I turn it over to Luke, I just have to say that if you are at an event or a commodity deal and Conterra is there, you need to walk up and ask if Luke's there, because they don't call him the force of nature for nothing. He is, and you will soon know. He's a guy that you want to get to know. So I just figured, let's get Luke's take on what's going on out there.
Hi all, Luke Schultz here with Conterra Ag Capital. We're an ag finance company based out of Des Moines, Iowa. I work remotely out of Kansas and cover the Great Plains for the company. Some topics that have come up that we've been asked a lot is, what are you seeing going on in the ag lending market right now? Well, one of the main things that we're seeing is some pullback in the industry with your traditional commercial ag lending banks and maybe even some of the farm credits. We've seen corn and bean dip down for an extended period of time. We've seen cattle go to all new time highs. So it's taken more money to buy back cattle on the stocker and feeder operations, and there's just genuinely less profit in the row crop that there has been for the last couple of years. So we're seeing pullback. So the real question is, what am I to do? Well, we're a firm believer that if your balance sheet is set up in a pretty good shape, it's time to look at maybe refinancing some of that operating debt and putting it against real estate while rates are still very favorable, and kind of cleaning some things up and realigning your balance sheet. We just think now is a great time to look at that, while there is some pressure from some of the traditional operating lenders. So like I said, now's the time to look at it. There's probably not going to be a better time or more time of the essence to do it. So that's what we're seeing. That's what we're thinking. Just a few tidbits from Conterra.
That was a force of nature right there.
How do you like his setup?
I like his setup a lot. Is that his office?
Yeah, that's his home office.
Well, yeah, he made it his own, that's for sure. He's got a few mounts on there that look pretty good. So
yeah, I met him down at FarmCon when I was down there, and he is my go-to to set up our hog hunting deal. He
would probably be a good resource for that.
So I'm keeping him. I'm like, Luke, you got to come through for me.
Does he got the helicopter that we can get into to shoot him from the helicopter?
If there was a guy within that organization that could pull it off, my money would be on Luke, definitely.
He's probably done it a few times.
Okay, so